Today we will see how to work with alphabets or strings in Python. Let's first understand what is string. So string is just a set of letters. So for example, fox is a string. So here you can see that a string is written inside single quotation marks or double quotation marks. So for example, a fox inside the double quotation marks is a string. So now let's create a string and store that string in a variable called a. So let's say a equal to, and write a string above. So the string will be the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. So with this string we can do several operations. So for example, if you see the string a has a capital letter in every word of a has a capital letter in its first place. So if you want to convert all the letters in a in the sentence to the lower case, we have to type a dot lower. So it converts all the capital letters into lowercase letters. Similarly, if we want to convert all the letters in the string to uppercase, we have to type a dot upper. So it has converted all the letters in a to the uppercase or capital letters. Now let's say we have to find at what place the letter h is present. So for that we use the function a dot index h. So it gives the position of the letter h. So it is to be noted that in Python the counting or the index starts with 0. So the first letter in the string a dot index, the first letter in the string is t. So the index of t is 0. Another way of finding the positions of a string is using the find method. So a dot find h will give the same answer. The only difference between these two methods is like if we search for a letter or number or any character which is not present in the string, these both methods give different answers. So if we use in a dot index and let's say 5 is not present in the string and we find it, so it gives an error. A dot find 5 will give an answer of -1. So these subtle differences can be of some use if you are writing a bigger program. So if you want to find if you want to the a dot index will just give an error and stop the program, whereas a dot find function will give an output of -1 which could be of use in your program. So now what are the applications of this, whatever we have learnt? So as I am a biologist, I am more comfortable in using biological problems. So let's say A is a DNA sequence. So I'll just copy a random sequence I have generated here for you. So let's say A is a DNA sequence, this. So here you can see that the sequence has both small letters and capital letters. So generally the consensus is like we write the DNA sequence in capital letters. So first we will convert the sequence here in all caps. So for that we write a equal to a dot upper. So now a is all caps. Now let's say we want to find some part of the sequence here and see at what position that sequence is. So for example, ATG. So as we all know that ATG is the start codon in a DNA sequence. So when we find ATG, a dot find ATG. So in this sequence the ATG starts at 7th position, that is the 8th nucleotide here. Let's say we want to try to find some consensus sequence in this DNA sequence. So if we want to check if that consensus sequence is present in the given sequence, so let's say our consensus sequence is TTAG and we are checking if it is present. So the answer is -1. That means that this consensus sequence is not present in the given nucleotide sequence or given DNA sequence. So the answer given by this find function is -1. So now now this output of -1 can be used to print out something like if this consensus sequence is not present in the given sequence, then do something else. So in this case the find function is more useful. So instead of find, if we use a dot index to find the same consensus sequence, then the program simply stops. So the find function is more useful in a bigger context as compared to the index function.